know it's an easy one. Scott Summers, Cyclops. X-Men #1, September 1963. Another kind of easy one. Sebastian Shaw, the Black King of the Hellfire Club, introduced Uncanny X-Men 129, January 1980. There, that's a twofer. Two easy ones. Maybe that matches up to a normal one. Anyway, hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublimely magnificent Big Ugly himself, Omari Ellis feogrande on YouTube, sometimes referred to as Pete on this show, and I'm here with another episode of the Whatever We Want podcast, and as usual, I'm joined with my co-host and running mate, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who bears watching, Superjaz.
Right. That's Superjaz, everybody, because sometimes people think that when I tell them my stage name was Superjaz, people think I said stupid jazz. It's like, no, it's not. It's not that. It's not that.
Stupid jazz.
Yeah, so people think I'm like, ain't that? It ain't that. It might be corny. It ain't that damn corny and dumb. Anyway, right? Yeah, Superjaz, or you can call me Jazz. SJJT, whatever you want, what have you, in the like. And yes, as he said, this is the Whatever We Want podcast, where we do just that. We talk about whatever we want. We do not lead this conversation. This conversation leads us. And as always, we let these chips fall where they may.
Every Wednesday. That's right. Every Wednesday. Yep.
There we fucking go.
We didn't miss any Wednesdays at all. No, nothing. Every Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
That is when the show comes on.
Every Wednesday, minus 3 weeks. No.
Yeah, but hey, you know, we're back on it.
To be fair,
I was traveling out of town. I said it in the other ones.
Well, I was gonna say, and we definitely had one ready for Wednesday that just passed, the 4th, but we had fucking computer issues on my end, so yeah.
Yeah, my traveling messed it up. But I guess that
I'm
we'll
not
go ahead and go right in it. With that, I went out of town for Christmas. Do you have a good Christmas season, a good holiday season?
I had a pretty good one, man.
Good.
I did for real.
Good. Same. Same as you. No,
I was wondering how you were gonna make that work. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, I went to another state, and it was fun. Got to see a lot of the immediate family and stuff. My cousin wasn't there, but he had called. Like, my mother called him when I went into town. He called her while my mom was taking me home from the airport, and she mentioned I was in the car. He's like, "Oh, tell Pete I left something for him on the bookshelf in the living room. He'll know when he sees it." And I'm like, "Okay." Yeah, and then I talked to him. He's like, "Yeah, man, I wanted to get you something like a bigger something or whatever, but I knew this would be something that you'd be cool with or that you would like, so I left it in the living room." And so I went there, and sure enough, I knew it the second. I knew exactly what he was talking about the second I saw it. Could you guess what it is, Jess?
Is it in the picture or?
Yes.
It's not the One Piece whatever bear shit staring at me, is it?
What'd you say?
It's not this like One Piece character or whatever shit staring at me, is it?
It is. I thought you said One Piece bear shit. I was like,
I said the One Piece bear shit staring at me, like the bear thing.
You did say bear.
Is that what it is?
He's a reindeer, and yes.
I don't watch One Piece, so I don't know anything about it.
It's. Calm down. Hold on a second. Let me grab something else. Yeah. There we go. No, I wasn't like mad at nothing. I was just saying it's a reindeer. It's hard to tell because he's in his part human form.
That's what it is. Yeah, because I noticed like you replaced Mr. Rubber Ducky. What happened to the Ducky?
Well, he hadn't shown up in a bunch of episodes either. because of me moving my camera and stuff around. It was hard to put him somewhere, but I wanted to show a little Chopper.
You need to put a top hat on Chopper. No, I'm joking, obviously.
But when I came home, I had something from my friends.
Oh, is that one of those
It's holographic?
Yeah, where it changes.
Yeah. It's godlike.
Also, what is it? Is regular Vegeta turning Super Saiyan?
Yeah, essentially.
Majin. Oh, I can't see the M. My bad. Okay.
No, I'm telling you, I couldn't see it in the reflection either. Although, because it's like reflecting the computer screen as well.
Right.
But will it do the infinite reflect? No, it's not that clear.
He's doing Big Bang Attack and shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's Majin Vegeta. But no, Chopper here. Fun fact: Chopper's birthday is either December 24th or December 25th. I want to say December 24th.
The fact that you know his birthday
Christmas
is
Eve. Well, it's because it's Christmas Eve, and you can't tell that well because of how close he is to the fucking camera. But he's got a blue nose, and he's a reindeer, as opposed to a red nose.
It makes sense, right?
So they just kind of kept that with the thing. And the reindeer used to laugh and call him names, although they didn't use human words to do it because they were fucking reindeer. But he used to be hated on because of his blue nose. And then he ate a fruit that let him turn into a human, and the reindeer hated him even more and excommunicated him.
God damn!
And then any humans he walked up to just saw him, especially in his human form, which still keeps all his fur, and he's huge as shit and muscular. But they saw him as a monster, and so they didn't like him either. Rough childhood.
I guess so, shit.
But everything's cool now. It's Chopper. He's a doctor with a fruit some people say is the most useless fruit in the series. And I'm like, I don't think you understand what exactly that fruit does. Y'all sleeping on it. It ain't the best fruit. He ate the human fruit. It's a fruit that turns you into a human, or allows you to transform into a human. But if you're a human already, then it wouldn't do anything. No, because you got to look at the other shit it gave this reindeer. This reindeer is one of the smartest motherfuckers in the world. Like, it's a doctor. It went from being the intellect of a reindeer to being a fucking doctor. That's the kind of IQ and intelligence boost he got from it. Also, his human form is ripped as all shit and muscular. And most of the Zoan forms that allow you to transform into animals just give you, when you like shift to your hybrid form, just a huge boost to your stats. And training your base body or even your hybrid body, just training, working out helps boost those stats even more. Like, it helps boost your base to get buffed up from it. So if anything, they took this doctor it took this reindeer and gave him all this extra intelligence, all this like extra strength and speed and stuff based off of that. But if he wanted to, if he was more of a fighter, he could definitely train to get stronger. But if you were to just take like the essential things of a human and apply that to a human, maybe not super powered, but they literally take all the best things about being human and that's them, you can get a superhero out of that. You don't believe me? Captain fucking America. That's what he is.
Well, they injected him with the super serum, though.
But that doesn't give him superpowers. It literally just puts him at the peak of what humanity
at the
is
peak
possible
of what humans should be able to do. Okay.
If they were to live up to all their essential, potential. Yeah, it's like he's super. He might as well be superpowered because he's Captain fucking America, but he's technically not superpowered. He's just roided up to the max. But I'm saying
his consciousness and personality didn't change. They changed his physical appearance.
Exactly. And so for me, I'm just feeling like if a human ate the human fruit, they'd just be Captain America.
So basically, you're saying that it would be like
and smarter.
It would be like upping to the max capacity of human intelligence and the max capacity of human like peak physical fitness.
Yeah, and then you can do all your working out in your base body, get fucking jacked, and then go to your fucking human hybrid form and get whatever multiplier. Because Oda didn't care that much about power scaling, where he's like using actual units for how stronger you get. Damn it, you get stronger. But I can also use my eyes and be like, this nigga grows like taller than just about everybody in the main party when he's in his human form. So you just take your base form, blah 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 blah, get even stronger, and that's still your body. You still strong as shit, and you're really smart because there aren't that many people who have been able to experiment on devil fruits in the series, and the ones who have are considered the smartest niggas in the world. But then we also forget that Chopper here also has experimented on his own devil fruit. So he's smart enough.
I don't know what devil fruit.
But that's how people get their powers. You know, I said the human fruit and all that stuff. But his level of intellect is enough to where you can experiment on fucking devil fruits, which based on everybody else who's been able to do that means you one of the smartest niggas on the planet. And he did that from eating a goddamn fruit that people think is useless. Again, do I think it's overpowered? No. Do I think people need to stop sleeping on it when there's a fruit that turns you into a fucking jacket and that's all it does?
What, into a jacket, as in like clothing?
Yes, you pretty much, your body unzips and someone can put you on, and if someone willingly puts you on as a jacket, then you can kind of control their body. Like they put you on and zip you up, but they have to do that. You can't even put yourself on somebody as a jacket and take their body over. You're like, oh, I'm going to my jacket form. Hey, put me on real quick.
I mean,
just like a fabric on the ground, and that's fucking lame.
I mean, it sounds like you'll fuck some shit up if people put you on, though.
But they have to willingly do it, and if it's a really strong nigga, they're not gonna do that. Anybody worth taking over their body to make you OP ain't gonna be willing to put you on, and even if so, due to reasons that probably won't work on them. The jacket fruit is lame. Now, if he finds a way to where he can put himself on somebody against their will, and that sounds completely wrong given the day and age, but you get my point. If he can do that, then okay. Yeah, or at least change into something that looks like normal clothing and like hide in someone's like coat rack. Ooh, I got this sick jacket.
That's what I was saying.
No, he doesn't.
Get one of your friends to hang you up in the, somebody's coat rack unwillingly.
Look like clothing. His skin's like the fabric of clothing, and he's got a big zipper down his body. I'm just saying, he looks like himself, like a person, but with a zipper down their body and just like skin. He's like, put me on.
So it looks like some fucking Leatherface shit.
Yeah, it literally just looks like him. It doesn't even look like a normal jacket. The only thing that's jacket about it is that you can zip it up and put it on.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like some Leatherface type shit. Like, it looks like you made clothing out of a person.
Yeah, now if you could pretend to be someone's...
that might look disgusting.
Exactly. But if you could pretend to be someone's actual clothing and trick them, okay, that makes sense. You can do some work with that.
I ain't gonna put on no person jacket. That sounds fucking weird.
Especially if it's talking to me like, yo, man, put me on real quick.
Fuck no.
That is the lamest fucking fruit. I don't fucking care.
I'm gonna beat that jacket with a hammer.
Until he proves me wrong, that is the lamest fruit.
I'm gonna beat that jacket with a motherfucking hammer. Like, bitch, the fuck, if you don't get this shit out my damn face. What was I gonna say? But yeah, were you able to give anybody gifts?
I got some stuff for my nephews and my immediate family. It wasn't too much, nothing too elaborate. But
I didn't get anybody nothing too crazy. But I was just curious, like, what was some stuff that you got people that
primarily clothing.
Clothing, word.
Like I said, it wasn't anything cool.
Your nephew was like what, 2-3 years old now?
I have two of them. One is one is less than 2 years old, and the other's about 5.
I did not realize that the other one was 5 years old. Holy shit!
Right?
Time flies, dude.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
What did I got? I got Visa gift card, with some money on it that
Awesome.
my aunt usually gives us every Christmas. Um, I got my uncle always does this calendar that he gives everybody every Christmas, where every day it's like a famous black people, like black famous moments in black history, whether it be black people being born, whether it be somebody discovered something, somebody graduated from what, like just famous moments in black history, but it's for every day, like in the 365 days of that year, and he's been doing
Nice.
that shit forever, where he gives the calendar and it's like moments in black history for each day, something
That's
throughout the
cool.
entire year. So he does that every year. He's been giving us that every year. So I get that. I got some clothes. Um, and it was just nice going over to my aunt's house and um, seeing everybody and shit. We played this one game that my aunt wanted to play, and of course her ass won. But she didn't cheat or no shit like that. It was just funny because what made it funny was that she really wanted to play it. That she texted everybody, like I think either the 23rd or 24th, being like, "Hey everybody, I just played this game. You ever heard of a game called Left, Right, Center?"
The no.
Okay. She was like, she texted us in like the family group chat that we all like hop on when it's time for holidays and shit. And she's like, "Hey everybody, I played this game called Left, Right, Center that we really should play on Christmas. So everybody, make sure that you bring some ones. If you don't have any, I'll have them for you." First of all, she produced a gang of ones. I don't know where the hell she got this many goddamn ones, like a damn fucking bank. But she was like, "Just bring in ones. I'll tell you how to play it." So we get there, we're gonna play it, and she was like, "No, we gotta play it." And like, jokingly made it a big deal. Like it wasn't annoying. It was funny. So we sit down and we play it. And what it is it's called Left, Right, Center. You got a dice, and one has an L, one has.
No.
I mean, well, no, they all have the different markings on them, but they're three dice. There's a L for left, R for right, a dot that means you keep it, and then a C for the center, right? And everybody comes with so much money. So we all started off with, I think it was 10 ones. We all started off with 10 ones, right? And it was six of us playing. So what you do is you roll three dice at one time, and if a dot comes up, you keep $1. If you get an L, you put it you give it to the person to the left. You get an R, you give it to the person to the right. You get a C, you put it in the center pot, and you keep going. And the last person with money wins, like
Okay.
all the money in the center, right?
Okay.
And if you lose your money, but people are still playing, you can still come back in the game because the person to your left or right can roll an L or an R and give you $1. It's like, oh shit, now I'm back.
Okay.
So yeah, so we start playing, and the only way you lose is when you put the money in the center because you're not getting that money back.
Yeah.
But that's the center
And
part. So we start,
eventually all the money ends up in the center pot except in the one person's hand.
except the person who had the money left, and then they get all that money, right? So we start playing and shit. People are getting out, but then getting back in and getting out and getting back in. I remember at one point I was out for a minute, and I'm just like, oh, no, 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 no. It's my mom's turn. I can't play. No, 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 no. Give it to her. Can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then I get back in, right? And we play the game for a minute. And it was actually fun to the point where next time we think we're going to play it like next holiday, next Christmas, whatever. But it got down to where me and my aunt, who had the idea to play it in the first place, we get down to it. And each of us had $1. It was like me and her. And when you get down to it, you only roll one die when you only have $1 because you don't have $3 to give anyway. So it was us. And I looked up and I was like, wait, is it only $2 left in the game? I was like, holy shit. Well, I didn't say holy shit. But I was like, what? This is crazy. And everybody's like, just go. Because everybody's like into it, like, oh shit. So I rolled and I was like, put it in the center. I was like, hey, do some shit. It was fun. So that was fun.
Cool.
Like I said, I got The leftovers are always fun. I got my, and then I was in like a vinyl giving mood this
Okay.
holiday. So like we did Secret Santa at work, and I always jokingly, I think I might have said this on that episode, but I always jokingly give my or I told people, I forget if I did or not. I jokingly give the kitchen manager at work shit about the fact that he loves Drake and Lil Wayne. So I pulled his name for Secret Santa, and
Okay.
I didn't know what to get him. So I was like, and I gave him Drake's Take Care on vinyl because Take Care is considered one of Drake's classic albums, which I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but I heard Take Care and it really is a fucking good album. But I gave him that on vinyl and he was like, damn, man. And the thing with vinyl is even if you don't have a record player, vinyl's still just like a nice showpiece, even
Yeah.
if you don't have it. So I gave it to him. He said that he was so eager to listen to it, he went to the library and listened to that motherfucker just because he didn't even have it. But then I gave my aunt really loves classic rock, one of them. So I gave her the Beatles Abbey Road on record,
Okay.
hoping she didn't have it, and thankfully she fucking didn't. She said she had it on other mediums, but she didn't have it on vinyl, so that was good.
Nice.
She really liked Rolling Stones. I didn't know out of the classic rock who she liked, but she still liked Beatles. So, um, then my other aunt, I called my mom up when I'm shopping, and I'm like, what music is she into? Because I thought about it, and I was like, I know who my mom likes. I know my other aunt likes. Like, what is she like? My mom couldn't even really tell me. She was like,
Oh no.
yeah. She was like, get a Marvin Gaye. She grew up with Marvin Gaye. I was like, okay. So I got a Marvin Gaye's "What's Going on
Okay.
which that's some people say that's one of the most important albums ever made for good reason because he wrote it during the Vietnam War and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I got it at. But then I asked my aunt. I was like, so who are you like your favorites? And she was like, well, I like Luther. I do like Marvin. I
You
like
should
so
have
and
some
so.
Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, Little
Right, a
Anita.
little Anita. Right, right.
I'm sorry. The
That's
second when you said Luther, I had to say it. I tried to stop myself the first time. When this man's aunt, I can't just go quoting to Jamie Harper. Then you're like, I like Luther Vandross. I'm like, Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross.
that's funny. But what's so funny though is she was even like, I don't know if I have favorites. So she didn't even necessarily have like and then my mom, out of the three of them, I got them all vinyl. But out of the three of them, my mom was the one that I knew didn't have, if I remember correctly, which I did. She was the one I knew didn't have the vinyl I was gonna give her. My mom's favorite singer of all time is Stevie Wonder. I remember growing up, among other old school music, growing up in the house or whatever. I remember her playing a lot of Stevie. I know a lot of Stevie Wonder stuff more than, average millennials or whatever. And I remember her talking about this album called Journey Through the Secret Life of Plants. That was a concept album that Stevie Wonder apparently did some time ago that don't nobody really fucking remember. And a lot of people, my mom said when it came out, people didn't like understand it and didn't like it. And it's like out of Stevie's catalog, that's the one album that people don't really enjoy and shit. But she loved it.
Hmm.
I remember her saying that she for like didn't have it or had it at one point, didn't have it, whatever, all this shit. So I got her that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. It was funny though, because when I'm like, getting the gifts ready and I pulled it out, it's still in the cardboard like bag, the paper bag. My aunt, the one who we played left, right, center, her whose house it was, I pulled it out and she had to look over. She said, that looks like an old school album. And I'm like, shut the hell
Leave me
up.
alone. It's not. It is, but it's not.
It's just so funny that somebody who grew up in that era, she knew what it was
Exactly.
just by how the bag looked. Like, Ibn, shout out to Big Bro. Ibn said he didn't want anything for Christmas. And he's like, don't give me nothing for Christmas, man. Don't give me nothing for Christmas. Don't give me nothing. So I got him something, obviously. But what I got him. I was like, well, okay, I ain't gonna go too extravagant because he gonna feel bad that I got him something crazy. So he just loves Sprite. So I got him 2 liters of Sprite. Right here. It's like you can't get mad that I went too like crazy with this. I got you something. Yeah, there you go. Here, drink your motherfucking Sprite. Like, I don't know if I have the money and I can get somebody something for Christmas, even if it's not too elaborate, I'm gonna get you. If I don't have the money, okay.
No, I
But
hear
if
you.
I got the money, I'm gonna get you something.
Yeah.
If you were in St. Louis, I'd get you something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. Yeah, I know. No.
I thought you were sneezing for a second. I'm not even
Fair,
joking.
no. No, I'm good. But that's cool, dude. That's awesome. But
Yeah.
let's see, other stuff, because I know December, because it's been a minute since we talked.
Facts.
I know December, I mentioned I went to a wedding at one point. That was fun.
Right.
That was fun. I tell you, there was a pirate that crashed the wedding. That was hilarious.
A pirate?
Yes, a professional pirate.
The fuck does that mean?
It means the nigga dresses up as a pirate and it acts like a pirate for money. He's a professional pirate, and he just kind of showed up at the wedding at one point because, the bride at the wedding liked the guy and buy stuff from his like textiles place, or he's got a place with a lot of old stuff that people use for reenactments and stuff. And she usually buys stuff there. And I remember when we went to do the alcohol tasting, he was talking with the bride and groom, and he mentioned he sometimes shows up to things, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we should get you to come to this." He's like, "Oh, I'd love to come. I just crashed the wedding reception. Just come in. Who doesn't like a pirate? Blah 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 blah."
Just like
blah.
out of nowhere, he just showed up.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the idea for the
Right.
guest is that where the fuck did this pirate come from?
That's hilarious.
But we hadn't really been able to get in contact with him until 2 days before, or I think the day before the wedding, where the groom and I went over to the dude's shop while the bride was getting ready, for the night and stuff. And we brought it back up to him again, like, yeah, come through tomorrow,
Yes.
So we also had some people that canceled, so feel free to have one of the dishes, at one of the tables that we've already paid for. So you get free food in addition to being paid. And he showed up right when we told him to during the reception. I let him in, and yeah, people had a blast. He just literally would just go from table to like, they're like, why is there a pirate here? Why wouldn't there be a pirate here? Do you know whose wedding we're at?
Well, he just obviously it was orchestrated, but I'm saying he just showed up like obnoxious as fuck and made a big scene.
I wouldn't say made a big scene, but he definitely showed up in costume. And he was in character the entire time. I've never seen the man out of character.
Okay. Good. That's a professional.
Yeah, even when I was at his store, I never saw him out of character. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen the man out of character. Yeah, but he was in character the whole time. Like you said, he's a professional pirate, and that was fun. He talked to a bunch of people, And there was a point where the dance floor, I know I was on there pretty drunk, singing along with some songs and dancing and trying to get other people happy. But overall, the wedding was cool. It was the same weekend as the annual St. Augustine Boat Parade. We didn't know that was a thing, but that made parking suck for a lot of the guests.
I didn't even know that was a thing either.
Yeah, neither did us. But
St. Augustine Boat Parade.
It's called something else, but it's in St. Augustine, and it's a parade of boats. I don't remember what it's called, but essentially it happens every year, and we didn't know about it. It's like, oh, hey, it's the annual St. Augustine Boat Parade.
Where did it?
And we were like 2 blocks from the river with the wedding venue.
So y'all were right by.
Yeah, that's why the parking.
Yeah,
exactly, that's why the parking situation was what it was. But it was still a fun wedding overall. Meanwhile, what else happened in December? Oh, I'm not sure if you saw last week's the whatever I want thing to try and keep us, with videos out. But I
Not
watched a
yet,
lot
man.
of the MCU.
I mean,
Uh,
I've seen them, but
did you see the
yeah,
shows or just the movies?
not the shows.
See, I caught up with I watched Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, and movie-wise, I watched Blood and Thunder. I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet,
Love
but
and
that's as
Thunder
far as I
motherfucker.
am. Yeah, Thor, Blood and Thunder.
Okay.
Um, I know it's called Love and Thunder, but I think I don't know. Blood and Thunder is a reference to something, and I think Blood and Thunder also sounds cooler. So Blood and Thunder. So anyway,
It
I
was
saw
nice
that
seeing Natalie
movie.
Portman back.
It
My bad.
was. It was. So you've seen that movie?
I've seen the movies. I have not seen the shows. So I've seen that, and I saw Wakanda Forever. So
Yeah. The show Moon Knight, Moon Knight's an for me.
really, because I remember there was a lot of steam around Moon Knight when it was first dropping.
When it was first dropping, it did not end strong for me.
Okay.
It just and there just wasn't enough of Moon Knight.
Hmm.
Due to the I know why they were trying to do it from a narrative aspect, but after 6 episodes of it, it's one of those things 6 hour long episodes of it, and
Yeah.
then you see like this, that, and the other, and it kind of wasn't an anticlimactic finish, but it was very kind of finish. Miss Marvel I liked more than Moon Knight. They changed her up a
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
They changed up how her powers worked and how she even got them. Like, she's not, stretchy on some Luffy or Mr. Fantastic shit. Instead, she's got like heart light projections, which occasionally she uses in a fashion where she will make a like stretchy big punch just to try and meet Kamala Khan's fans halfway.
That's what I was gonna say. This was the one that was an Arabic woman. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the replacement for uh the newer Miss Marvel, not the original, who's now Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers.
Right.
And apparently they may be doing something together called the Marvels plural. So we'll see. That show was okay. It was interesting, but I can't really complain about that one. It's a Marvel TV show at this point, and I liked it more than Moon Knight. I still feel like, and it had more action than Moon Knight too, which is part of my problem with Moon Knight. Um, the Blood and Thunder or Love and Thunder, saw the movie. It was good.
I liked it.
Thor is just never going to be a serious character again in Marvel.
I love it. I love that idea.
He's just never going to be a serious character again. It's just pure comedy with those movies now, and like, haha, here's one of
Well,
the strongest people. Look how fucking, and he's getting a bit of the Goku syndrome where he's getting dumber and dumber with every movie too, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Now that's true. I give you that.
and it's like, come on now, guys.
If you look at his introduction in his first the Thor solo like movie, he was dumb as hell in that movie. He's getting dumber, but I'm saying he started off dumb.
Yeah, but he started off dumb, but it seemed more like because it was also the fish out of water, doesn't really know the cultural things,
That's what I was
and
gonna
you
say. It was
had
more
the
so
whole sheltered prince of
it was
Asgard.
it was
what I
more
want.
I was saying
Ignorant.
it was more like, yeah, he just didn't know how Earth worked.
Mm-hmm.
But not that I'm a straight, dumbass. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, but now it is just.
I'm stupid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it though. So
Yeah, it was solid. It was solid. I liked it. It's probably my favorite of the things that I watched.
and you said you didn't finish Wakanda Forever?
I didn't start it.
You didn't start it, okay? Because
I
I
haven't seen
really
it.
enjoyed that.
I haven't seen it yet. Apparently, I was just gonna be like, well, it should be on Disney Plus sometime this month. But someone at work told me yesterday that it will be on Disney Plus on February 1st, because of course it will.
Why wouldn't
And
it? I mean, we got a whole month, but I mean, we can't drop it in January.
yeah, exactly. The second he
Uh,
said February 1st, I just looked at him. I said, February 1st. He's like, yeah, I know. They, okay. Yeah, that's what they want to do. You're not slick, Disney. We know what you're trying to do, but
like, come on. I say as I'm born, fucking in Black History Month, my damn self.
well, you can't really control that.
That's true. That's funny.
You didn't just
That's
like
true.
you didn't just like kick inside your mom like, wait, Black History Month. I ain't
It's like,
trying to be
wait,
born yet. I need
wait.
maximum revenue.
We're halfway. We're halfway through the month. What are you doing? Wait. Don't wait 2 more weeks. It's gonna be March. Goddammit. March.
Let me out of here. I gotta be born in Black History Month.
You do know you black, right? So you know what I'm gonna be, don't you? If you and my dad, so you know what I'm gonna be, don't you? Come on. The fuck?
Fucking
What? Kick. What? Hurry up.
But so I
There's
haven't
that
seen
classic
it.
going off the rails, whatever we want. There it is. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
But yeah, that was good. The Thor. I do kind of wish you said you saw it, right?
Thor 11, yeah.
Yeah, and spoilers if y'all couldn't tell. Although I don't think I've been that heavy with spoilers, but I don't
No,
like the fact that the God Butcher didn't do much God butchering.
It was more. It was more of like a scare tactic and like a boogeyman.
Yeah, but
More so than actually.
yeah, and
More
he
so than
apparently
actually
did
slaughtering
kill
them.
some gods. We just didn't get to see him actually fighting and slaying any of them.
Well, the way it opened up was
Aside, yeah, there was the very beginning, but apparently he had got warped from that moment to then. Because you could at least claim kind of that the beginning was somewhat justified. These niggas literally just said to you, you ain't shit, you ain't been shit, you ain't never gonna be shit. Why you even here, nigga? You don't exist for nothing for us to laugh at. Yeah, your daughter died. Ha ha, fuck you. What's that?
Pretty
Oh,
much.
that's a sword that can kill us all, but you ain't shit enough. You ain't good enough to pick that shit up. In fact, I'm gonna kill you because you were insignificant.
pretty much what happened.
So yeah, he killed those motherfuckers. I don't, that's seen as justified. Well, not justified. That's a little bit rude, but understandable that in that situation he would do that. But then he supposedly led this big spree of murder across the universe that we don't see any of. Not even like a montage. And I'm not saying it's got to go full on Mortal Kombat fatality detail, but Marvel movie detail of people killing people. Just the montage of him like, oh, he slayed the gods on this planet, boom, 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 boom. Or at least have someone like sacrifice themselves early on to be like, I'll save you, oh god, this deity's dead. And then we go to the deity city for essentially nothing. Yeah, they went to the god city, they didn't really do much. Yeah, they got the thunderbolt that amounted to nothing.
I would listen like this.
Oh my god. But also, there's just a whole bunch of weird things, and someone did bring up a good point. So, this God Butcher guy needs Stormbreaker so that he can get to this place called Eternity, where you're granted any wish. All you need, I guess, is Stormbreaker, which seems like an infinitely easier way for Thanos to have gotten what he wanted done, especially since it seemed like a one-time thing than getting all the fucking Infinity Stones. Or better yet, rather than time travel to get the Infinity Stones to undo what Thanos did, since Thor had Stormbreaker, he could have just gone to Eternity and would undo what Thanos did, and we'd be back to normal.
Is it possible that Thanos had no idea?
Apparently the Norse gods had enough of an idea, or other deities had enough of an idea that this place existed, and that
Is it
Stormbreaker
possible
was the
Thanos
key.
didn't know?
Thanos, sure, but that's why I'm saying Thor, who had, you could even be like, okay, Thanos doesn't need, that's why I said, or you can just go with the fact that fixing Thanos' mistake or issue would have been infinitely easier on the humans or on the good guys if they took the axe that they made to fight Thanos and just went, oh, let's go to the place. Poof. Undo what Thanos did. Poof. All right, we good. That's all I'm saying. It's one of those things about revealing those kind of things after you've already had other stuff. It's
infinitely
like,
easier
where
shit.
was this? It's like when they tried to reveal the Eternals, when they inevitably revealed the Fantastic Four, when they inevitably, well, they won't reveal the X-Men, but when they inevitably reveal certain here, not even Disney owns Fox now. The X-Men movies are on Disney Plus, for crying out loud.
Oh shit! Yeah. So what is the problem?
I don't know. They like giving middle fingers to their fans rather than actually giving us
Because
anything
for the longest time, it was like trademark, copyright shit. Like different companies owned X-Men that owned like the rest of the MCU.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
bought Fox in 2018.
That's right. No, I forgot about that.
That's why Charles was able to be in. You saw Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah.
That's why Charles.
Not because I hated it, because I was tired. I know the difference.
That's why Charles was in the movie, and you probably slept through the part, but they killed him.
I don't care that you spoiled it for me, because I'm gonna go back and probably see it or not, whatever. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, well,
like I said,
they also kind of put Charles being in the movie in the trailer. Okay. But he wasn't the only one he wasn't the only X-Men wasn't the only fan base that got a middle finger from that movie. But they keep getting middle fingers from Marvel. Like Miss Marvel, they ended it like, oh, your powers aren't the so and so. They could be a mutation. What? That don't mean shit. That's just another label. Get the fuck out of here. And walks away. I'm like, okay, why even bother it up if you're just gonna be like mutant saying anything? You're just trying to.
Like they said, it could be a mutation. Like they're alluding to X-Men.
Like that she's a mutant as opposed to an Inhuman, which Kamala Khan's an Inhuman. Are they different from mutants? Yes, because reasons. Don't know enough about the Inhumans, but essentially, X-Men mutants both are born with latent powers. Mutants get them as they just age. Inhumans, they gotta inhale this shit called the Terrigen Mist, and then they get their powers. That's all I know from the basic standpoint. I'd have to ask one of the 5 Inhuman fans in the world what else makes them different.
That sounds like Bang Baby shit from Static Shock.
Yeah, well, the way it does, and the way Kamala Khan in the comics gets her powers is the Inhumans pretty much spreading the Terrigen Mist through the atmosphere, as opposed to having it in this one location where you could have it inhaled beforehand.
That sounds like when they retconned and all of a sudden made it where Richie could become Gear in Static Shock, because even though he wasn't at the Big Bang, he was next to Virgil later on that night. Fucking stupid ass shit.
Yeah, he was around him while he was heavily concentrated in the Big Bang gas stuff. Which, to be fair, your clothes are soaked with the stuff, and that's the first place you went.
I get it,
and
but
that's the first place you went. It also took him a while to fully have it kick in, and all it did was make him smart to begin with. You know what? You're right. So. Let's see, what else is going on? I know this ain't first Sunday, but the first Sunday of February is a ways off. Vince McMahon's back.
Yeah, I did not see did he actually show up on television?
I don't know.
Because I've been hearing
back to running the company.
I've been hearing rumblings that he's been talking about, I want to come back, I gotta come back.
He wants to sell it. According to rumors.
Well, it's been rumors that he wanted to sell for probably like 2 years now, 3 years.
But more so, like he wanted to come back with the sole intent of selling it, because he's not letting the media rights or anything go on any kind of sale that he's not facilitating himself as chairman.
Well, what I was saying too is like he was saying that apparently the rumors were not only that he was coming back and going to run the company and shit, but that he felt that stepping down in the first place was a mistake, and that he should have never done so. And so yeah.
Well, yeah, of course he's gonna think that this is Vince McMahon.
Which is funny because WWE went from being the only game in town to then AEW popped up and started looking like a utopia. Then AEW had its issues. Vince left, Triple H owned started like running it, and WWE looked like a utopia. And now Vince is about to come back, and all the people who didn't like Vince but wanted to work for WWE are now gonna be like, God damn it. So,
Just stay where you are.
because Triple H brought a lot of people back that Vince let go
And
who
they're
didn't
gonna
necessarily like
and they'll
Vince.
probably be fired by the end of the month.
And the bad thing for them is they're contractually obligated. So even if they want to leave, they can't leave because they probably signed a contract for however long. So they wouldn't be able to leave on their own accord anyway. That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Also, I saw something this morning saying the front runner for buying WWE is Saudi Arabia, but I don't think it's the country buying it. That's kind of weird. So it may be a Saudi Arabian company, because I highly doubt Saudi Arabia, the country, is going to buy WWE.
That wouldn't make any sense that the entire country wants to buy one wrestling promotion, even though it is the biggest wrestling promotion in the entire world, but still.
But yeah, also they would lose a lot of people to just because of even if it was the country, because obviously there go all the women wrestlers.
I was gonna say the women covering up and all that thing, the whole like issues.
Not even covering up. Remember, they don't like them having matches. It's been a big deal whenever they even allow the one match every 2 years over there.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So that would be
covered up or no.
The time zone would definitely be something that us Americans would have to get used to, because we're not used to watching WWE programming at odd hours. So it'd be flipped. And I mean, depending on who you ask, maybe it's fair that way because they had to watch the shit.
Yeah.
But we would have to get used to that. So that would definitely, you lose viewers in that sense, right? If you want to see it live, there you go.
Yeah, Thursday night becomes the new or Thursday afternoon becomes the new pay-per-view night.
Oh, is that when?
That's when your like crown jewels and shit go on, like Thursday afternoon or some shit. It's always weird, but that would be the new pay-per-view time, I would assume.
It was obvious,
and I would just not watch WWE anymore.
Well, let me not say it was obvious, but it's seemingly obvious, or at least makes sense, that someone in Saudi Arabia would be looking to buy WWE if this was the case.
Yeah,
because the deal that they made with Saudi in the first place, and they go over there every now and then, and the amount of money that has been rumored to be exchanging hands with these motherfuckers for like the last how many years they've been putting on these pay-per-views with them.
Yeah.
So shit, the greatest Royal Rumble was over there, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right. Which, I mean, they gave them the wackest Royal Rumble that ever existed, but still.
I don't know if they're wackest. It gave us some memorable moments, like Titus World Slide.
What? And then Braun Strowman winning, and then them doing nothing with him.
Yeah, that belt was sick. I'm mad that he couldn't actually wear the belt. But yeah, they do treat Saudi Arabia like a filler arc whenever they go over there.
They treat Saudi like we're contractually obligated to do this to get the money. So here, that's how the shit comes off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shit. You want to talk about giving motherfuckers whack Royal Rumbles? St. Louis last year, they gave us a whack ass Royal Rumble. It's one of the wackest Royal Rumbles in fucking recent years.
The wackest Royal Rumble. Well, we're gonna see once this year's Royal Rumble, especially since Vince is back in charge.
This was the first Royal Rumble that St. Louis had in fucking years, and this shit was whack.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, this is gonna be a whack Royal Rumble this year. WWE is just pretty fucking whack nowadays.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, well,
off that, I guess.
Yeah. So, I think we got some talking in. We're about the
Hell
hour
yeah,
mark,
man.
ain't we?
Yep.
Just about.
No, we getting at that point.
All
Yeah.
right.
I was gonna say I've been feeling good. I feel like 2023 gonna be a good year.
God, I hope so.
I've been
I want 2020 to finally be over.
What'd you say? 2020 part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah, I don't want this to be 2020 part 4.
Shit. Oh man. Um, I mean, the way 2020 happened, how it happened, and I mean the fallout from it, not what caused the fallout, but the fallout from it, for us to pick up all the pieces. And this isn't me necessarily saying it should be this way or has to, or it would probably be a full 5 years before all the pieces get picked back up and things are 100% normal. I hope not. I hope not. Could be wrong.
So you think things are just going to get worse for another 5 years?
I don't think things are going to get worse. I think that things are going to start being back to 100% normalcy. Probably like next year, if not 25. With the way we move and people's like mentality of being 100% comfortable.
Gotcha.
Because right now we're probably at a collective conscious of 80, 85% comfortable.
I would love for things to finally improve. I just don't know where those improvements are going to come from because nothing good is on the horizon right now for the world at large. Obviously, individual stuff is individual stuff, but humanity sucks.
Well, humanity sucked way before 2020.
Well, yeah, humanity is the worst thing to happen to planet Earth. But you know what? Fuck planet Earth. I'm human and I'm living as long as I can.
What was I gonna say? But no, off that shit.
Well, I don't
we,
want people to think I'm some like
no, not you. I'm talking about we just got
some straight up like self-human hating. There's humans are the worst thing to come, and that's why everyone needs to die. No, humans are the worst. I've always been willing to say things from both sides of arguments if I see them, and from the side of the argument that humans are the worst thing to happen to planet Earth, that is objectively a true statement. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. That said, I'm a human, and I ain't trying to die anytime soon, so I guess fuck the Earth. I'm living. My friends and family is living as comfortably as we can.
But no, I was saying I feel like 2023 is gonna be a good year. I got a decent amount of stuff planned. I got some music shit planned that I've been planning for a minute to release like a single, finally release like the music video that I've been trying to fucking get up. Start my next album in like months, producing a play for the first time that I'm gonna be in. So got a lot of shit brewing, and it feels like it's starting off good. And I mean, I'm doing the classic. I don't want to call it my resolution, but I'm doing the classic, quote unquote resolution of I'm gonna gain muscle and lose weight. I've been sticking to it. I've been drinking a gallon of water a day. I mean, granted, this is just the first week, but I've been drinking a gallon of water a day, every other day, doing an hour on the exercise bike that I bought. I bought the motherfucker months ago, and the shit sat in my closet, but now I'm actually using it. But I'm doing an hour a day on my exercise bike, 50 push-ups. No, not a day, every other day. 50 push-ups and 10 chin-ups and drinking a gallon of water.
Yeah, I also am not calling it a resolution because I was doing the working out going into December. But good. I stopped because wedding, other travels, other things, it wasn't doable. However, I recently this week got back into the workout routine, picked up where I left off. It's not as intensive as yours, but I did like 66 minutes on the elliptical.
That's good.
And well, it is, but it's not like I did it at like max resistance and nothing. I did it like I think 10 was the highest I went up to there because I have terrible legs and knees.
I mean, you gotta work it. You gotta work your way up to it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way up to a real workout. But I also at the gym they got the little pull up, push or not pull up, but the curl tricep pull down machine where
Yeah.
depending on which rope you're
Excuse
using,
me.
and I was doing 4 sets of 20 with that.
That's good.
For the curls and pull downs. I was doing 5 sets of 15 back going into December at a higher weight, but
Okay.
because I knew I took a month off, I did
You don't want to kill
I
yourself.
did
Right?
yeah, I did the 4 sets of 20 and still was sore for 4 days.
Yeah, you don't.
So I'm glad I didn't do what I did before because it would have been 20 more pounds. I'm putting the pounds in quotes because I don't think I can curl 100 pounds, but it says 100 on the little thing. But
That's good.
I think if you gave me a barbell or like an actual big ass bar with the 50-50 weights on them, I wouldn't be able to curl that.
I mean,
But the machine
you'd be
said that machine says 100. So,
you'd be surprised, maybe.
but I did 80. I did 80 for the pull down and
It's
all
actually really
that.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That what is it? What is it? More reps, less weight is to tone. Less reps, more weight is to bulk.
Yeah, like once I
You-
hit
you-
100, I just
probably
started.
more code.
Once I hit 100, I started increasing the reps, and I wanted to get it up to 100 and do more reps at 100. But someone's like, "That's not. It doesn't work that way." I'm like, "Well, if I get used to it, then the 100 becomes the less weight." They're like, "No, it doesn't work." Like what you're trying to say, you're just bulking up at that point, or something that someone told me. I'm like, okay, but you know, working out's working out. I gotta lose weight. I'm tired of being fat.
Yeah, I've had 20 pounds extra sitting on me, a spare tire sitting on me for the last like maybe 4 or 5 years really.
And you got a
It's
spare
like,
tire, I got a Michelin. It's like,
but yeah, it's like I wanna lose at least 20 pounds because I was basically the same size my whole fucking life, and then went through one bad year, and 20 pounds won't go away now.
I need to lose 40.
Really? Shit.
Well, I'm about 215, 220.
Same.
I want to get down to like 180, an average weight for someone my height. Tired of being
I
obese.
when I was at my peak fitness, I was about 194.
Gotcha.
So if I lose 20, then I weigh 215. If I lose 20,
Yeah,
I'll be 185.
early 2022, I was back down to 195 or right
That's
at
good.
200, and then I just gained weight from not exercising stuff. Like I have to exercise. People are like, you also have to like not enjoy food anymore. Well, no, I like food. That just means I got to work out harder. So
When I was at my peak fitness, I always said I would have been in much better shape if I could have got my diet in check. But I've never not eaten what the fuck I wanted to, even when I was working out.
I'm gonna say I like good food. I'm sorry, I like good food, but the healthy food, if you do this, that, and the other, it tastes just as good. No, it doesn't. It tastes okay, and it tastes better than it normally would if you hadn't put forth those extra efforts. But at the end of the day, a burger's a burger. Pizza's pizza. I don't want to eat your cauliflower crust pizza where you just take cauliflower, grind it up, and be like, see, it's the same. No, it's not.
Which we have at my job, and I haven't tried it yet. But according to one of my coworkers, he says it's disgusting. So anyway, one thing that is hopefully not disgusting and is hopefully actually tasty would be that if you want to follow us on our respective socials. So, as I said, I think I may have alluded to in this episode, maybe, once, twice, a little bit here, there, but I am a rapper and MC. I get my rap on from time to time. So if you would like to, you can go ahead and check out the debut solo album that I dropped at the end of 2021 called My Secret Identity. I go by the name of Superjaz, which is spelled Superjaz. Anywhere you stream your music, look me up. You may have to put in Superjaz, My Secret Identity, because I'm not that famous yet. Also, if you want to, you can go ahead and find and follow me on Twitter under the handle Superjaz2, which would be Superjaz number 2. And of course, you can go ahead and look me up on Instagram under the moniker Forever Superjaz, the word forever spelled correctly. Where can they find you, man?
Well, obviously, y'all can find me here every week, every Wednesday on the Whatever We Want podcast. You can find me elsewhere on YouTube under the channel feogrande. That is Feo Grande. I have a show over there that I do with a good friend of mine, Bill Smith, called This Guy Hasn't Seen, where we trade movies back and forth. I believe this week we were doing Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Good. Y'all need to see that.
That was last week, depending on when this goes up.
That movie's fucking amazing. Anyway.
Or we did it last week, depending on when this comes up. Yeah, but Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I know the next one after that is going to be / is RRR, the foreign film. It is interesting, to say the least. It's up for
Which one
awards.
of y'all introduced?
See, we're doing award season right now, so we're doing stuff that either A, is nominated for awards, or B, has people involved in it that are talking about for awards this season. For instance, we started it with a dual feature to start the new year with Airheads and Top Gun, because Brendan Fraser, everyone's talking about him in The Whale, which
I haven't seen, but I heard is amazing. Yeah.
I have not seen, don't plan on seeing, but heard it was amazing. And neither Bill nor myself really planned on seeing The Whale. So instead, we watched another we watched another Brendan Fraser movie that I hadn't seen.
Which is probably the exact opposite of The Whale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
And then we watched Top Gun, because Top Gun Maverick is out.
Which is
and Bill hadn't seen Top Gun. So we're like, well, there's no point in watching Maverick if you ain't seen the original. Now he's seen Top Gun and Maverick, and I haven't seen Maverick.
Maverick is probably one of the best movies of the year.
I'm watching Maverick on like my own time. But yeah, so Maverick. So we did that, and then we did Everything Everywhere All at Once, because...
Had either one of y'all seen that, or
Yes.
y'all just watching? Oh, okay, who introduced that one?
Bill.
Okay, because
I
told
hadn't
you
seen it because A, it got overhyped, and B, it I was pretty sure it would be suggested for the show at some point. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait at that point.
the next time y'all had me on the show, if y'all hadn't introduced it by then, I was going to introduce it probably.
Yeah, well, he would have already seen it. He saw it when it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he was waiting to show me it.
Okay.
And then RRR is a movie that it's, I think, being talked about as a foreign film nominee. I want to say Bollywood, but I don't think it's technically Bollywood. But it's a trip.
And you've seen this one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a trip. It also has its serious moments, and it's about the India Revolution.
Huh. Okay.
Like where they, finally kicked the British out and stuff like that in the early 1900s. But it's romanticized and what am I trying to say? Like they embellish a bit. They embellish a bit. They talk about, like, I'm pretty sure it didn't happen this way. I'll just put it that way. But
Okay.
It's a movie. Okay. It's a movie. It's a solid enough movie for me to suggest
Kind of like Titanic.
Okay, no, it's not a love story with the king of the world near.
I don't mean love story. I don't mean exactly like just no. What I mean is where Titanic took the boat sinking, but they embellished a whole lot to give you a story around that.
I don't know enough about India history to tell you what they added and didn't.
Because we don't know if there was really a rose in
I'm trying not to
give it away,
spoil certain things about the movie, but some of the shit's wacky. That's all I'm saying. Some of the shit's wacky. I'm pretty sure. Kind of like it, rather than Titanic, I'll say 300. Where I'm pretty sure it didn't happen this way.
I know that there was an uprising that was led, but probably not like that. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that some of these things didn't happen in real
I
life.
get that. I get that.
However, it's a movie that, it's got action, it's got serious, it's got some stuff.
Okay.
It's got dancing because Bollywood.
Anyway, is that all your stuff?
Oh, YouTube, Twitch, Giotavi, Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. Ow, I'm back.
I was wondering why you're making that face. You're back, goddamn. Anyway, and like he said, and we did a little bit of First Sunday Wrestling, which we also missed for like the last 3 times. But First Sunday Wrestling, the first Sunday of every month, we talk about all things wrestling for the entirety of that episode. First Sunday of every month, we talk about what happened with wrestling for the previous month or whatnot. And we are not beholden to any 1 hour time constraints at all. We just talk until we feel like stopping. So, all that being said, whether it be about the holiday, whether it be about One Piece, whether it be about pirates, whether it be about wrestling, it most likely won't be too much about wrestling because we have a whole other podcast and trying to do that.
It'll be entirely about wrestling.
I don't know what the hell you just said. But all those things considered, what are we going to talk about next, though?
Whatever we want.
In all seriousness, everybody, hope you had a wonderful holiday season, whatever the hell you celebrate, or even if you don't celebrate, hope you just had a good last few weeks. And hope that this next year, 2023, is going to be a damn good one for you. Keep your head to the sky and be nice to yourself, everybody.
Adiosness.